And salute. Disciples position, if you know it. Formal salute. And Chi awakening exercises. Feet shoulder width, hands to the dantian. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, down. Inhale, reaching up, connecting with heaven. Exhale, gathering energy to the lower dantian. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. And 1 more time. Okay, second exercise, connecting with the earth. Send your roots down. Inhale, earth energy floods up into the body. And exhale. Inhale from your roots. Exhale, filling that lower belly center. Inhale. Two more times, breathing in and up. Exhale, tonifying the belly. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Fusion of heaven and earth, palms up, inhale. Hold the breath, press out, and exhale, open. Releasing down. Inhale. Hold, expand. Exhale, and open. Inhale. Hold, expand, exhale, open. 2 more times. And 1 more time. And release it down. Lubricating the joints, hands up, circle. And switch. And elbows, circle. Switch. Getting the fascial tissue of the body nice and warmed up, stimulating the synovial fluid to cushion those joints. All right, shoulder blades rolling back. And then shoulder blades rolling forward. Step out a little bit, left hand behind, big right hand, inhale up, exhale, circle back. 1, 2. Use your eyes to follow the hand. 3, turning that waist. 4, and 5. And then switch directions, inhaling up, exhaling down. Eyes follow the hand. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, other side, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switching directions, E, R, San, Sul. Whoa. Feet shoulder width. Let's take the head around, ear to shoulder, exhale down, ear to shoulder, inhale up. Switch, exhale, ear to shoulder down, inhale, ear to shoulder up. Switching at the top. One more set. Other side. Exhale, chin down. And then stack it up, twisting the spine. Very good. Hands on your waist, circle the upper body. And reverse. All right, feet together and swivel hips. And then reverse it, hibble swips. Okay, let's take your feet out into a wide stance. And then from here, I'm just going to shift to one side and shift to the other. Shift to one side, shift to the other. So don't overbend your knees right now. I'm not going up and down. I'm just going shift and shift. And this will start to open up these adductors, especially where they attach to the pelvis. And shift and shift. It's also just going to pump our quads a little bit. Might get the glutes a tiny bit. So just getting things warmed up. Shift and shift. And then you can take your hips in a figure eight-ish type of motion. Figure eight-ish type of motion. Okay, now if that's plausible for you, notice what kind of figure eight you're doing and then see if you can do the backwards of that, just to tease your brain pan. All right, step in a little bit. Now you're going to make your hips go in a bicycular fashion, which should be easy because it's just like riding a bike. It should come right back to you. And then if you've been bicycling forward, now unicycle yourself backwards. See if that works. And we're just getting that ball and socket of the hip nice and wakened. Okay, feet's together. Take those knees in a circle. And then stretch it on down. Back up to the knees. Go the opposite way. And then stretch it on down. Okay, tuck your butt, stack your spine all the way up. Right foot comes back and circle your ankle. Switch. And switch feet. Switch directions. And relax. Pulling down heaven. Inhale. Exhale, ha sound. Ha. 2 more times. Ha. 1 more time. Ha. Rest in Wuji. Cultivating presence of awareness, the body, breath, and mind. Okay, moving through our opening Qigong, we'll do the master sequence. Palms up, we inhale, stretch it up for the triple heater. Exhale with the he sound. And bring it down. Inhale up. Exhale. One more time. Step out slightly, stretching the lungs. We're going to inhale and puff open the front side of the lungs. Exhale, try to keep it stretched open. Using those intercostal muscles. Inhale, puff it up again. And then round it forward. And now we inhale to the upper back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, puff it up again. And exhale, release it down. Warrior draws the bow. Inhale, circle up to the right. Turn your feet and pull the bow. Exhale, lung sounds. Switch directions. One more set. Last time. Step in shoulder width. Mist descends on the mountain. Inhale, visualize white light filling your lungs. As you exhale, the white light comes down, wraps your kidneys, fills the lower belly center. Inhale, white light fills the lungs. Exhale, descends down, fills the kidneys and the lower belly. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Hands on the lower back, keeping breathing. Inhale and expand your lower back. And exhale, release. Inhaling to expand the lower back. Exhaling to release. One more time, inhale. And then exhale, fold it forward. Opening the gate of life, reaching over to your left. Inhale, sweep the left hand up. Exhale, switch. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Inhale. One more set. Then reaching into the earth. Inhale, feel the earth chi flooding up through the legs, around the waist, and then with your hands, send that energy into your kidneys and your lower back. Hold the breath out, reach down, connect with the earth. Inhale, earth energy up the yin channels. Exhale into the kidneys. Hold the breath out one more time, reaching into the earth. Inhale. And exhale. Relax down, step out, dragon stretches quads. Breathing in, turning to your left, press with your right hand, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, dragon soars in the sky, spread your wings. And left hand, left knee down, twist. Breathe to the middle body. Inhale up, spread your wings. And twist. Inhale up, spread your wings. And beating the drum, bring it in, punch down. Inhale. Two more times. One more time. Stay down in your horse stance. Phoenix spreads wings. And exhale, Phoenix enters the cave. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, leading with the pinky finger. And exhale into the heart. Hands to your thighs, unlocking the heart. Press the right hand, twist, look up, and ha sound. Inhale, press the left hand, twist and arch. Again, press the right. One more time. And ripple up. Feet fist distance apart. Creating hula band. Pick up your toes, spread them out. Grip. Grip your calf muscles to your shin bone. Grip your thigh muscles to your thigh bone. Lift your kneecaps up like your yoga teacher told you. Then roll your inner thighs back until your butt sticks out a little bit. Roll your butt under until your lower abdomen is active, active, active. Lower spine long. Then placing the hands on the lower back or clasping them behind. You're going to inhale from all of that root lock. Lift your heart up. On the exhale, you drop the head and arms back. Use the ha sound. Inhale it up. Release and fold forward. Using the ha sound now to drain out any stagnant energy from your arms. And letting that go, tuck your butt under, interlace your hands, inhale up. Or earth element from here on the exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, golden light energy from the earth fills your body. Exhale, twist to the left. Twist. And twist. Inhale, center. Exhale through the mouth. Hands come down. Stepping out, feet the width of the outside of your shoulders, Taoist horse stance. And we come to hold the ball in front of the lower dantian center. Bend the knees slightly, tuck the butt under, stack the spine up. Smile to your lower dantian. Imagine a beautiful pearl of light in the center of the lower belly, spinning and spiraling in any direction it chooses. Imagine this pearl gathers the energy from your 5 organs that we've cultivated: lungs, kidneys, liver, heart, and spleen. It gathers these elemental energies of the body and fuses them together as one unified medicine. From the pearl and the dantian, smile down into the earth. Feel yourself connected to the great yin of earth. Solidity, manifestation, groundedness. Feel and imagine that that energy floods up through your legs and gathers as well into this pearl. From the pearl, you smile up through the crown and connect with heaven. You feel great expansiveness, openness, and dynamism. You feel this heaven energy also flows down into the body and gathers into the pearl. As this pearl spins and spirals, feel it as the union of heaven and earth and the 5 elements. They fuse together, forming one medicine, perfectly harmonized for your body. And imagine now that as this pearl has gathered all of this light into it, it starts to emit light, radiate like rainbow light, suffusing off of it. Feel and imagine that this rainbow light travels throughout your body and it balances and harmonizes all the cells and organs and meridians. And then finishing our meditation, we'll bring the hands in to place them on on the body, gathering up any surplus of energy that may have accumulated in the palms. We practice pulling down the heavens, palms facing the earth. We inhale earth energy, palms facing heaven, inhale heaven. Palm over palm, smooth down the central channel. And then like tying a drawstring, we seal the energy in that lower belly center. Inhale, inhale earth, inhale heaven. Exhale, smooth it on down. And seal. One more time, breathing in. And exhaling down. And seal. Okay, from here, take a minute-long break. Get a drink of water, whatever you need to do. We'll also take some questions. Taking full responsibility for your health by practicing, and always talk to your physician before starting this or any exercise program, because the Lohan School of Shaolin Santa Cruz branch disavows any liability for injuries you might do to yourself. I'm not even there in the room with you. This is a video. I don't know if you noticed. It can be hard to track in this modern age, but yeah, you're in charge of your body. And so let's do some Kung Fu. We're going to start with a couple of temple exercises. We're going to move into our curriculum, which is the small circular fist form. So first one, splitting bamboo. We'll start it slow. So it goes here from the heart, come out, push, like you're spreading apart two little bamboo trees, and then they spring you back and back down. So here we go on the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And relax. Okay, so now we're going to do it with the step. So when I step, my right foot goes forward in a lunge. I step up the left. Then that same foot that went forward goes back. And I go back. Let's try it on the left. So my left foot comes forward in a lunge. I step up. Same foot, left foot goes back. And I step back. So right foot, left, right foot back, and down. Left foot up, left foot back, and back. Right foot up, right foot back, back, left foot up, left foot back, back. Okay, so now if you haven't done this much before, this is where your brain should get nice and confused, because we're going to do it with the count. Just feel free to fumble your way toward ecstasy, like Sarah McLaughlin or somebody taught us. So here we go, starting with that right leg. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And relax. Step your feet shoulder width apart, chopping behind. So you turn right and left. Count of 1 gives you both of those 2 strikes. Starting to the right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do it again. Starting to the left this time. Use your eyes to look back and track. Pick a target somewhere and chop it. Ready to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And relax. Step out to the horse stance. You should be nice and dizzy. This one is an inner acupressure to subdue dizziness. Slapping backwards, palms up. We sink down, hit 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, stepping in, knee raises. Place your hands at a level where your knee can hit them, and bring the knee up and hit. Ready on the right, left, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Crane leg blocking. So now you're going to bring the foot up, and it just crosses to the opposite knee. Hand comes down to slap the inner ankle. Ready, let's start this one on the right as well. And 1, 2, 3, same thing to the back. In yoga, this is called kick your own asana. So you're gonna kick your own asana. And here we go. Ready, starting with the right, and ki, ar, san, su, wo, dio, chi, ba, jo, shi. Okay, crossing over. So now I'm gonna step with my right, I swing my left, and you hit it with your right hand. This other hand comes up for the stretch and for balance. After you hit, you step down, swing and hit the other side. I'm hitting right on the inside of this ankle, so it's going to stimulate my yin heel vessel, which helps overthinking come down, helps you sleep, helps you to meditate. Very good for the Shaolin meditating warriors. So starting to your right, we step, block, hit, left, right, left. Look at the foot, go, 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 go. Couple more, 3, 2, 1, and none. All right, straight leg raise. We're gonna go hands out. This is not a kick. This is a cheerleading move. You're gonna stretch out your hamstrings. So here we go, get ready to cheer with me. 5 times on the right leg. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. Ready, E, R, san, su, wo. That's it. Outside crescent kick. The foot describes a crescent shape, an arc. So let's take our right foot. If you can, bring the foot out and hit your hand with it rather than bringing your hand in and hitting your foot with it. You will look cooler, my friends. So here we go. Right foot 5 times. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. Pull down heavens. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. One more. Okay, reviewing our stances. Feet come together, opening to horse stance, palms up, fingers in, thumbs pull back. Now we open our toes to the angle, heels to the angle, toes to the angle, and then heels halfway. So you're on the railroad tracks. We sink down, horse stance. Fists are back like they're on a handlebar. And we'll take a few breaths here in horse stance. Then punch forward. Deep breath in. And exhale, sink down. And then bring it up. Okay, shake those legs out. Moving into the forward stance. So we'll open the horse stance again, getting lots of practice on the horse stance. Fingers in, thumbs on top, pull back handlebars. Toes, heels. Toes, heels halfway. Forward stance. I'll do my right side. You can mirror me if you like. You're gonna turn the toes out. And then usually you should turn your toes in, but this stance is too short for me. So just for training, I'm gonna turn my heel out so I can get a little longer in my standing here. So here we go, the hips are gonna face this way. We'll do a good 3 breaths here. Keep those elbows pulling back. Okay, from here, we're gonna move into the cat stance. You may need to adjust that back foot a little bit because you're gonna pop back until this foot is weightless. So my stance is upright, front foot is weightless. Let's bring our hands into an en garde position. And here we are in the cat stance. 3 breaths. Crane stance. You're going to bring this front knee up. If you can, touch the knee to the elbow, and then this front foot is not going to be straight ahead. It's going to be slightly covering this knee. So crane stance. This hand obviously is covering this open gate here. This hand is covering these open gates here. Tucking your butt under will help this knee get higher. If it doesn't touch the elbow today, that is fine. Okay, and then how do we get back to horse stance? I'm not sure. Go to the forward stance, then come back to your horse stance, and rest. Okay, left foot, turn it out. Turn the toes in is how we normally get there. I want a little longer stance, so I'm just going to turn my heel out just for the yoga of it. And then here we go, fists back. Really trying to turn those hips. So I'm not so much turning my waist, I'm turning my hips without collapsing my back knee. So my back knee has to press out, my hips have to turn. If you can't do that, take a wider stance for now to get a better hip turn. Pull those hands back to get those rhomboids activated. Good, then we're going to pop back to the cat stance. And then up to the crane, knee up, touch the elbow if you can. Toes point down, block the opposite knee. Bend down, forward stance. Turn back to the horse stance. Bunch out. Inhale. Sink down. And rest. And bring it up. All right, shake it loose. Let's do a little self-massage. Pack on the outside and up the inside. You can also get the back of the legs and the front of the legs. You can also stomp down. This is an ancient qigong learned from 3-year-olds everywhere called I don't wanna. Pull down, inhale. Exhale. So today we're going to introduce the cross stance. And so your cross stance is one that's kind of unique to Kung Fu in that they will accentuate it because there's an interesting thing to know in boxing. When I want to move that way, I move this front foot and then I close. I widen and I tighten. So I don't often cross myself up and then open, or cross myself up and then open. Why? Because when I cross my feet up, I'm in this unbalanced position for a second, and a skilled opponent can take advantage of that. In Kung Fu, though, what we're doing with a lot of time with these cross stances is these are actually transitional stances, or these are postures that are meant to stimulate the meridians of the body. So Kung Fu is a yoga at the same time as a self-defense system. So sometimes you'll see these cross stances, would actually be moving under a person's arm and turning to throw the person. And that's the move that we're going to do in our form today, is using these twisting stances to throw people over your shoulder, over your back, etc. The other thing that they're doing, though, is in the Taoist Qigong systems, when you twist this area of the body, it's said to stimulate the energy of these yin meridians and this root chakra center in a very strong way. So they're using this type of movement to stimulate the energetic body while loading in the fundamental patterns that you need to be able to move to defend yourself should you have to use your own body to protect your own body. So the basic practice for our cross stance, we'll do a couple different ways. So you're going to get in your horse stance, And this is the easy beginning. So in your horse stance, and you'll determine what width is proper for you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this front heel out. My front toes are just going to go out on the 45, and then my back heel comes up. So I'm in this stance. You can see my feet are still in a line where they were in that horse stance, but my back knee is down. My front knee is tracking the toes. The knees are always going to track the toes. And then my waist is just going to twist as far as I can toward that front side foot turn as I can. So let's try that again. From here, you're in your horse stance. The front foot turns on the heel. The back foot turns on the ball of the foot. And you're in this crossed stance. I will show you some leg for contrast with the black background. And so it's turn out, drop the knee. Okay, so if I do this from a side view, let's do your other side if you've been practicing along. You'll turn out that left, turn on the toe, and then you just drop the knee. And I'm twisting a bit, I'm twisting just a bit. So try it on your right, turn out the toe, or turn out the toe, pick up the heel, drop and twist. Back to the horse stance, turn out the toe, pick up the heel, drop and twist. Okay, so this is your basic cross stance. There's a lot of ways of getting into this stance. Sometimes they'll go this way, stepping back from it. Sometimes you'll step forward into it. Sometimes we'll just do these twists. So what I'd like to show you for our conditioning aspect is a Taoist exercise to help us learn this twisting motion. So in this one, you're actually going to start, and I'll show you a couple different angles in case one angle isn't easy to see. You're going to start with your feet actually about shoulder width apart, about the width of the outside of your shoulders. And my stance change is going to turn me all the way to the back. So what happens is my left foot really turns, my right heel really pops up, and then I'm going to feed this left knee through my right shin. If you couldn't see that, don't worry, I'll do it in the opposite direction in a second. So I turn this right, I turn this left, I feed the knee through, and I come down into a deep knee bend. Now, if deep knee bends are not happy with your knees, or vice versa, then you can just do this a little bit. Just get the twist. Twisting is fun. So let me show you the opposite angle, and then we'll do a couple of these together as a Qigong exercise. So my right turns, my heel comes up, and I've woven this knee inside the other knee. Then I come out of it, and then I turn, and weave. The old turn and weave. All right, so then the last thing to make this a Qigong, because we might as well get our Qi on while we're doing this, this is from one of my Master's Taoist Qigong trainings, is your hands on the inhale are going to reach up like you're connecting with the energy of heaven. On the exhale, when your knees twist, they come down like this, and the idea is that heavenly energy comes and bathes your body. But as you're doing that twist and the hands turn in, it's an idea of like energy is really coming in deep into your bones, deep into your channels, and sort of steeping in you. So we'll do just a couple of these. We'll see what it takes to fatigue our legs. I did a good workout the other day, so it might not take much. So we inhale up, and then I'll go to my left first. You're gonna twist and weave, and you're down. Then you inhale up, palms turn out, fingertips reach up. You twist and weave, palms turn in. Inhale it up. Exhale down, twist and weave. Inhale up. Exhale down, twist and weave. Inhale up. Let's do one more set. Exhale down, twist and weave. Inhale up. Exhale down, twist and weave. To finish, you inhale up, place your hands on a cloud, and exhale, let the cloud lovingly sink back down. All right, so we're working with a cross stance. In a couple minutes, we'll finish our basic conditioning, and we'll move on to some specific conditioning. You'll see more cross stance applied to shadowboxing in there. But for now, let's finish our basic conditioning, and we'll work a little bit on some strikes. So last week, we worked a little bit on some blocks, and you can go back there and look that up on the YouTube. This week, we're going to work a little bit on strikes. the thing to say about the strikes, so in a few minutes we'll do this from more of a shadow boxing stance, which looks a little more practical because that's what you'll see skilled fighters looking like. You don't see skilled fighters squaring off like this. This is just all windows for your head. You will see some skilled fighters squaring off like this at a certain distance. When they get closer, those hands come up to protect you. This is a natural human instinctual response when you're under threat. You put, don't hurt me. So we're in martial arts, we're just training that natural response. You coil in, you cover, and then the vulnerable spots are less exposed. For now though, in the training, what they're doing is they're trying to line up, in this old formal training, they're trying to line up fascial channels and kinetic change and things like that. So you'll see this reverse punch that I think Bruce Lee was all derisive of, because if you try to use this to box a person, it's pretty dumb. But what you're doing is you're training your body to pull as much as you punch, and pull as much as you punch. So it's getting my waist to turn, my hips to fold in a way that you might not get if you just start out in this more tactical stance. So we're going to open to our horse stance. Here we go. Palms up, fingers in, thumbs on top. Pull it back. Then we open toes, heels, halfway, sink down. And here we go. It's punching from horse stance. So start with your left, you punch out, and then as the right comes, the left comes back. As the left comes, the right comes back. As the right comes, the left comes back. And go, go, go. So you'll see I'm using mostly just my hands for the moment. Now start to twist your waist and turn. So I use this pull to get my waist to turn. I use the pull to turn my waist. I use the pull to turn my waist. I use the pull to turn my waist. Now fold this hip crease a little bit. So fold. But notice my knees didn't move. My legs are stable, but I fold. Fold, 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 and fold. Step in, shake out your legs. You should be getting a good quad workout from this set. Okay, now we're going to do another of these formal punching drills. Really, it's getting you swinging that waist and letting the arm come. In Shaolin, sometimes the method for how to get power in your arm is like swinging a ball in a chain, or like a cannonball on the end of the chain. So it's getting this to be the engine, and then these things really come out with a lot of force, but not a lot of tension. So if we open to our horse stance, palms up, fingers in, thumbs on top, pull it back, then toes, heels halfway, sink. So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn to the forward stance. So I'll go to my left, I turn, and then I'm going to bring this arm forward. And what you'll notice is that this has turned me into this really bladed sideward position with this arm. So stay there and just practice the stance for a moment while I talk at you. What this is training is, in this tactical stance, how to turn your body to get this waist power behind your punches. So you don't stand here and punch with your little bunny rabbit arms, your little kangaroo arms. You turn that waist. So in this big stance training, remember, it's yoga and self-defense conditioning combined in the monastic tradition. So I turn, and then I'm going to swing and let that arm just cannonball itself out. So then I turn to the other side. Which foot moves first? I don't know. Do it the way it feels best to you. So let's hold this for a moment, because I talked at you on the other side. And you're getting this twist. You can stretch out through that arm. It's almost like a warrior two in yoga, except now you're getting this weird crossbody stretch, and you can practice that. The punch is at the level of your own jaw. Okay, now with the flow a little bit, so we're going to turn to our other side and punch out. 1, turn, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're just getting the body swinging and turning. So now we'll do the one that we did last time, which is you're gonna block down. So this hand that just punched out blocks down. As I turn my stance, it blocks up, and then I'm gonna pick up the heel and punch forward. So a slightly different energy on this forward punch. Block down, turn your stances, punch. Block, turn, punch, and block, turn, punch. Block, turn, punch, and block, turn, punch. Okay, with a little bit of a swing to it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, last one we're gonna do is you're gonna clear. This is all still gonna come around to that hip. And you're gonna come around with your hook punch. Clear, change your stance, back heel up, hook punch. Clear, stance, hook. Clear, stance, hook. Clear, stance, hook. And clear, stance, hook. Ready with a little bit of swing to it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it in, pull down. All right, and this completes the temple exercise portion of our class. So we did a good half hour on Qigong, warming up and Qigong exercise. This has been temple exercises. We're going to take a 1-minute break, and then we'll come back. We'll do a little bit of these temple exercise principles in a tactical stance, and we'll work on our form segment for the week. So take a quick break. Recording. All right, so we are going to work on our cardio a little bit, just mild cardiovascular training. You only need, for some of our purposes, you only need about 10 minutes of this mild cardio every day or a few days a week to radically change your health. So that's what we're going to get in. We've already been doing, you already did a half hour if you practiced along a mild cardio, right? We took little breaks, etc. But I can know, because I'm trying to teach the class, when you tax the cardio a little bit, instead of being able to go blah, 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 I'm teaching the class, you have to go blah, 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 I'm teaching your class, blah, 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 blah. So it's just that slightly heightened need for oxygen that starts to catalyze all these health processes in the body. So we're going to combine that in true Shaolin style, or stacking functions, with a little training in this more tactical stance. So before we dive into that, let's just get that tactical stance. Remember, the instinct is, oh God, don't hurt me. Stuff is falling from the sky. People are wielding foam pool noodles at me. Please don't. So this is actually a great instinct, great instinct. We're just gonna refine it a little bit. So for here, you're gonna put these fists at your chin, and one boxing coach I worked with actually advised, like, for a while, glue these to your chin. Now later, as your Kung Fu develops, your hands will be a little more freeform as you're moving. Because my hands, they actually pull the tendon channels. And then this makes it a moving target. It's less, when that thing pokes you in the eye, you don't see it coming as much because the hands are in random motion. But at the beginning, people often drop their hands when they get scared. It's really weird. Maybe it's the freeze response, like the fight response might be here, and then we drop our hands and then we expose this chin. So what you want to do is you want to tuck this chin. You're going to glue your hands to it just to make this habit. Then these elbows are going to be helping to protect your gut. But you'll notice if I stand straight on, I have a nice window right to my solar plexus. So I turn that thing off. And then this elbow sort of wards off anybody who's coming that way. You flare the cobra hood of your lats. And then it even compacts this window even more here. So I'm tucked, I'm flared. Don't walk around like this. I mean, if you do want to keep weirdos away, this is a great way to walk around. But if you are dodging blows, you can look at Mike Tyson, you can look at some of these other boxers. They get in this compact stance. And then that's where they add evasive head movement, and then they just start punching you. Not that that's your goal, but you should have this basic defensive shell locked in. So we are going to, and if you know this stuff, feel free to move around when I stop and talk. You need to keep your own cardio going. But we're going to develop first a shell Then we're going to add head movement and foot movement. Then we add blocks to that, and then we add counter offense. So this is a great way to stack our training. Make a shell, to that add head movement and evasive foot movement, then add blocks and parties, and then add counter striking. So in your shell, all we're going to do is going to work on the jab, this lead straight punch. So I'm going to step onto the toe of this foot. I turn this fist over, and I drill it right into their jawbone. So from here, you're tucked under, you got this all covered up, and you lob out that jab. And you lob out that jab. And this can be really relaxed right now to practice relaxation. So let's do 8 of these. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Then the cross crosses your body, and it's a rear straight punch. So my back heel comes up, because if my heel is down, I only get so much reach. Then my back heel comes up, and I lob out that cross. So I let that waist turn just like we did in these exercises at the beginning. So here we go. We come through with the cross. Ready? 1, 2, nice and relaxed. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Chin stays tucked, body stays rounded. Okay, then we get to do a jab cross. So we combine them. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, then the hook. So for our hook, we're going to practice an evasive head movement. We're going to slip to, this is my left. I don't know if you're mirroring me or if you're in the same stance, but you go to the side of your lead hand. So I slip to the lead side. Then as my body turns, it leaves my hand behind, and then this hand is going to come around and clip with the hook. You can either go thumb up, or in Shaolin style, you can actually go thumb down, and there's this interesting, weird bare knuckle hook. A lot of people don't like thumb horizontal because it tends to get you fractured in your knuckles more. So we can look up the science of that together later if we want to. So anyway, the slip, and then let's go thumb up for now. Leave the hand behind, and then as the waist turns, you stir the pot, and that brings it right back to your chin. So it's slip, stir, back. Slip, stir, back. Slip, stir, back. Okay, let's do that with a little bit of emotional content. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now putting them together, the classic combo, the 1, 2, 3, jab, cross, hook combination. So let's try it slow. We'll go 1, cross, hook. Notice as I hook, this comes back to my head. In our formal exercises, we did that by bringing it to the hip. Now it's going to be trained to come right back to your guard. So again, jab, cross, hook, jab, cross, hook. Okay, with the count, counting 1 is giving you 3 punches. Ready, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, because it's Kung Fu, switch sides. So if you're just training as a boxer, you might train just your side. We're training for self-defense and health. So we don't want to develop bilateral asymmetries in our ab muscles from twisting mostly one way. So right foot forward, let's do the jab. Throw it out nice and relaxed. 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 Ready, on the count 8 times. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rear straight. I pick up that back heel. I turn the waist. I lob out the rear straight. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, lead hook. I'm going to slip, open, stir. And this front foot turns on the heel like you're putting out a cigarette. If you've never put out a cigarette like that in your life, don't start smoking to learn Kung Fu. It depletes your niacin, it depletes your acetylcholine. Bad deal. Okay, so you slip, turn away, bip. The old slip and bip. Here we go. Slip, turn, and hook. Ready, 8 times, and go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Putting them all together. Jab, cross, hook. So on this hook, you're not slipping because the cross has already put you in that position. So as you come back, that hook just winds right out. So here it goes again. 1, 2, 3. The numbers don't change from side to side. With the count, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, pull down. All right, a little basic boxing, working on our shell, working on our basic strikes. Now we're going to use our knees like we did in our last session. So left foot forward. We're going to take the back knee up. We're going to practice our stabbing knee. So my toes point, and I thrust those hips forward to stab the knee into a great place to do this is right into their thigh. So for self-defense, yes, knee right into the groin. And take a model mugging class if you need to overcome the inhibitions against this. So just somebody attacks you, you just slam that knee right into the groin. If you're dueling, if you're, combat arts, yes, my good man, let us duel. Then you stab your knee right into the front of that thigh, and it makes the muscle spasm. And then where those two mix is if you don't have a shot to the groin, but you do have a shot to the thigh, defend yourself with Charlie horsing that sucker right in the thigh. So it goes up, point toes, thrust forward, and we're going to use the pulling hand today to give us that body movement. So on your guard, and then rear knee comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side, do a little quick jump switch. And here we go. Pulling hand, knee up, pierce, back. Knee up, pierce, back. One more up, pierce, and back. All right, here we go. With the count, and eat, R, san, so, wo, liu, chi, fa, and relax. Okay, putting these together now, a nice combo is going to be jab, cross, hook, rear straight knee. So again, it's jab, cross, hook, rear straight knee. What's the idea of this? Well, just like we noticed, the cross winds us up for the hook. This hook has me all hunkered back here, winds me up to slam through with that knee. So here we go. Not too fast, but with the count. So here we go. Count of 1 goes jab, cross, hook, knee. Ready, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Other side, I keep forgetting that hook in there, but we'll get it. So here we go. It goes straight, cross, hook. This is like grabbing their head, stab with the knee. Straight, cross, hook, stab with the knee. Here we go with the count. Ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And relax. Okay, one more knee technique to do today. So in our form, which we'll get into in just about 3 minutes, there is a jumping knee. There's a jumping knee. So we're gonna practice this jump knee, and it's a lead leg jump knee. So what happens is your back leg comes up and stands on the air in order to pop that front knee up. So once again, my back leg stands on the air, I jump off the air, and my front knee comes up. Back knee comes up, stands on the air, jump off the air, whoosh, front knee comes up. Let's try it with the count. My left foot is forward, that's the knee that ends up kneeing at the end. So here we go. Back knee, and 1, whoosh. Jumping knee, 2, whoosh. Jumping knee, 3, whoosh. 4, whoosh. 5, whoosh. 6, whoosh. 7, whoosh. 8, whoosh. Switch sides. Okay, a little prep. Step on the air, jump with the knee, and back. So what I like to do is I practice my pendulum footwork after this knee. So I jumped up, and then instead of sort of just resetting, I'll practice being able to pendulate back. So this is to help you take yourself out of range of the next possible attack. So left foot steps on the air, right foot jumps up knee, pendulate out. One more. Okay, with the count. Ready, E. R. Sun. Su. Whoop. Liu. Chi. Ba. And pull down. All right, so these are our warm-up exercises. Next week, we'll get a couple more cool ones from today's form, but I think you've got the basics, so we can get right into our form for today. If you want to know the previous form sections, go back and watch class 1, 2, and 3 are up on the YouTube, so you can watch those. We're going to go right from where we got to the last time. So in our last episode, our young heroes had punched a guy in the solar plexus and kneed him. So at home, if you're just starting, take your right knee up, and these hands are pulling along the side. This is symbolizing staff and spear techniques with your hands in two fists, but it's also that same thing of pulling the fascia to get that knee down. They're taking both hands to the side, so you really get a twist in these abdominal muscles. So we came up, right knee. Then you're going to go right into that jump knee. So as I jump, my hands come back to that chamber, and my left knee pops up. Do it again. Right knee up, chamber, left knee. So it's just a, like aerobics class, switch. They probably do this on Beachbody in Psychosis or whatever that workout is. So let's do it one more time. So left knee up, jump, switch. Okay, so my right knee was up, now my left knee is up. From here, I'm gonna step into that forward stance, just like we trained, and I punch with my two paws. Punch with my two paws. Why are we punching with two paws? Well, Shaolin forms aren't necessarily any single application. So you could be hitting people with two hands like the Kung Fu movie. I don't see why not, but it's also training you how to hit with either hand. It's just training them at the same time. This is also a push. So you just, because this is self-defense. You're not necessarily in a ring where you have to stay in there and get as many strikes to get your points up so you can get a bonus, so you can get paid or whatever. You're mostly focused on survival, and if you can survive on diffusing violence, even better. So the application here, you just need them in the balls or in the head. Now you're going to need them in the head again. Okay, so you can think of this one, balls, head. And this is actually great if they block the knee to the balls, the one to the head comes over their block and busts up their face. Again, only for self-defense as a last resort. You are legally liable, not me, you accept the responsibility, legally liable for breaking anybody's face if you don't have to. But if your life is in danger, you must break their face. So, balls, let's say, could be head as well. They try to block that. So you hit them right here in the teeth. Then you're pushing them away. And so ideally they either fall down or they fall off something, or they fall through, their head goes through a window, or they land on something hard, the wind gets knocked out of them. And that's where you do the cross stance. And you GTFO. You get the friends out of there. Okay? So, one more time. You knee, you jump knee, you step and double punch. Now we know all the symbolism possible in this double punch. Here we go. Knee, whoosh, jump knee, whoosh, step punch, whoosh. Again, knee, whoosh, jump knee, whoosh, step punch, whoosh. So one of my favorite training methods right now to get these forms locked in and get kind of a cardio locked in is take these 3 movements, knee, jump knee, punch, and then try to come up with a transition that gets you back to the start. You get to make up the transition. So what I'll do is I'll pendulum step back into this knee real quick. I like that. I'm not sure about the martial viability of it, but it's a cool dance move. I feel groovy. So this is what we'll do. You can make up a different transition if you want, but from here we'll go right knee, jump knee, push. Okay, transition. 1, 2, 3, transition, 2, 3, transition, 2, 3, transition, 2, 3, transition, 2, 3, one more time, 2, 3, pull it down. So if you're practicing this way, should start to get your heart rate up, should start working these quads and hip flexors and abs. And it's going to drill the movements of the form in. People study Shaolin Kung Fu a lot, and then they don't seem to learn the form, and it's because they don't realize you have to drill that step. And not just try to learn the whole thing at once, but you take segments and you drill it in, because that's where this part comes from. It's taking these movement principles, and usually they would be one move, like the one we're about to do is a classic throw. And in the Shuaijiao schools, the Chinese wrestling schools, they would just practice. One posture, into the next posture. One posture, into the next posture. And so you can do that too. You're actually taking a trip back in time, but making your Kung Fu more advanced. So let's move on to the next move. How do we do that? Oh, review the move we're doing. So here we go. Knee, whoosh, jump knee, whoosh. Step punch. Okay, from here, what's going to happen is you turn and you elbow backward with this right elbow. Now, if you were here for the Qigong, this should look familiar to you. This is the drawing the bow Qigong. So for your Qi, this is actually helping to open up these meridians throughout your lungs, your heart, your pericardium, also the triple heater and large intestine on the back. And in your body, what this is doing is it's getting your rhomboids and your lats, because it's a health thing. Often we in our society are like this. Well, I guess the clairvoyant Shaolin masters knew we'd be stuck like this. And so the minute after we do one that reinforces that, they go in the opposite direction and stretch that chest. So if you wanted to extract a conditioning exercise, this is your rows, right? You can do a row with this, and you start to get triceps, a little bit of biceps, rhomboids, and this big pull back. You would obviously do that on both sides. The form only does it on one. So we did punch. Then your right hand comes back. Elbows. Again, don't do this on the dance floor. It's a big problem. So putting that in the flow, we had knee, we jump knee, we punch, we hit. Am I doing this on the right side? Let me check real quick. We got the gani. We got the jump gani. You hit. Okay, from here, you're gonna come back to another knee. So my right hand swings down, my left hand is open and swings down, and I knee here. So this can also be driving ahead into that knee, as well as a number of other applications. So from my punch, I block, knee. From my punch, I block, knee. Let's do this forward facing. So I'll start you at our knee. You can't mirror me, but you do get to see it from the front view. So here it goes, jump knee, double punch. Then I come back, 1, 2. Okay, so this is a great balance posture, just to be able to go from here all the way up to here. That's also a conditioning exercise, as you can practice lunge, crane, etc. So again, from our first knee, which was twisted, so my hands are on the right, my right knee is up, I jump knee, I push out, then this one is not twisted, my hands are on the right, my knee is on the left. Okay, one more move for today. I'll do it facing forward because that's where I am, and then I'll do it on a side angle so you can follow along. My left hand, that lead hand is going to clear, and then I step into the horse stance, and my right hand comes into this big block. My back hand is extended way behind me. So let's go from this angle. That's where we'll end our form today. So, right knee. If you get tired and you just want to go through the motions, you can just switch. Left knee, double punch, block, left knee. And then this will become a jump next week, but for now we're going to step. So you step and clear, you grab, and then your right hand comes into this block. If your friend is there checking you, this should be a nice square that outlines your face in front. So sometimes people block like this, like this. This won't stop anything coming to my face. So here it is, just like that. Again, from this angle, I'll do it from the other angle for you. Right knee, jump left knee, push, punch, block, walk, block, and hit. Okay. Facing the opposite direction. Here we go. I have my right knee up, I jump knee, I double punch, I came back right, left, and knee. Clear as I walk out, turn, and hit. Again from this side, right knee, jump knee, double punch, block, clear, and hit. Okay, so those of you who know the whole form, I'll face backwards. We'll do that form together up to this point. If you don't know the whole form, you're welcome to flop along or just wait for this part. I'll verbally signal you when we get there, and you can practice the new part with us. So here we go, setting up in the disciples position. We do our opening salute. Fists back, punch up, pull down. Punch down, block up. Big hook, block, hit, block, hit. Right knee, here it is. Jump knee, double punch, back, right, left, and knee. Walk out, block, and block. Okay, and pull down. All right, so we're working our way